following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Good afternoon, greetings, friends, and welcome to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. I am Pharmacist Ben, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today, and thank you for joining us on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie show. We'll get your phone calls here, as we always do in the program. At the bottom of the hour, our phone number is 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080, or toll-free, 888-379-2552. If you have questions about the longevity products, longevity business, if you have a success story you'd like to share, we especially love hearing those. Or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, if you or a loved one have a health challenge that you need help dealing with, we are here for you on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free. We do have open lines for you. And we'll get your calls here in the bottom of the hour, as we always do, on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie show. I am Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs. That's because I look at the human body as a healing and regenerating system designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, but it needs raw materials to do its work. The raw materials we call the mighty 90 essential nutrients. I want to start the program off today talking about one of my all-time favorite longevity products, the Ultimate EFAs and the Ultimate EFA Plus, made with omega-6 fatty acids, something called GLA, and also a source of they're also a source of omega-3 fatty acids. Last month, an article was published in the British Journal of Cancer that showed an inverse relationship between omega-3 fatty acid chemistry in the body and intestinal cancer. That is, the more omega-3 chemistry that was percolating in the body, the less intestinal cancer. This is so important. As it turns out, this is one of the best ways to protect yourself from getting cancer. EFAs, the Ultimate EFAs. And you can get your Ultimate EFA. You can get EFAs from foods. You can get them from seeds and nuts and fish and green leafy vegetables. But to really assure that you're getting the right amount and that you're getting a generous amount, it's really smart to get on your Ultimate EFAs. Do 9 of them a day, three times a day. The key to understanding the power of essential fatty acids is in the word inflammation, which can be thought of as the body's protective response. We're always hearing about how, inflammation's a problem and we got to take anti-inflammatory drugs and you got to suppress inflammation. No, you don't have to suppress inflammation. You got to figure out why the inflammation is there and remove the cause. Inflammation is the way the body protects itself. What's more, inflammation triggers healing. Inflammation is a precursor to healing. Problem isn't so much in the inflammation. The problem is in the cause of the inflammation. If you hear the word inflammation, you want to think about EFAs, your Ultimate EFAs. Your Ultimate EFAs, essential fatty acids, are basically the chemicals of inflammation and anti-inflammation. Once we recognize that all degenerative diseases, all chronic long-term progressive diseases, that is diseases that don't get better, where we just have the disease, and by the way, 60% of American adults have at least one chronic long-term progressive illness. 12% have 5 or more chronic long-term progressive illnesses. And all of these chronic long-term illnesses involve inflammation. They involve the body protecting itself from something. Now, certainly removing that offending agent, if you will, which is usually food and sugar, is going to be play a very important role in mitigating inflammation, but also using your Ultimate EFAs can be very important as well. Deficiencies, which are very common in your Ultimate EFAs, deficiencies in essential fats, can lead to exacerbation of an inflammatory condition. Yes, it's not the inflammation itself that is the problem, but by destabilizing inflammation and anti-inflammation chemistry, deficiencies in essential fatty acids can make matters worse. So as most of you guys know, there's 2 types of essential fatty acids, or EFAs. They call them omega-3s and omega-6s. They're both important. Nutritionists will tell you that the omega-6s are more involved in inflammation and the omega-3s are more involved in anti-inflammation, but they're both important. It's a balance of inflammation and anti-inflammation that you're looking for to stay healthy. And it's a balance of omega-6s to omega-3s that are required to stay healthy. This balance is key, and this balance is yet another reason why it's such a good idea to get on your Ultimate EFAs. They're pre-balanced for you. They have a balance of omega-6s to omega-3s that you cannot get from foods. Now, both omega-3s and omega-6s have certain things they do, certain roles they play inside the body. For example, your omega-3s are very helpful for skin conditions. In fact, omega-3s may be more helpful for skin conditions than omega-6s. The skin is an omega-6 rich organ, but omega-3s have such a powerful anti-inflammatory role that if you're dealing with eczema, you're dealing with psoriasis, you're dealing with rosacea or any other kind of inflammatory condition on the skin, you'd be wise to make sure that you're getting your Ultimate EFAs, your omega-3 rich Ultimate EFAs. Omega-3s are found in seeds, particularly flax and hemp, and they're also found in fish, although fish is not exactly an essential fatty acid, it still is very important. These omega-3 fats, in addition to being anti-inflammatory, are also important for brain health and for the health of the eyes. In fact, moms who supplement with omega-3s, moms who supplement with their Ultimate EFAs, will have smarter babies and will have babies with better vision and hand-eye coordination. And I consider omega-3s from your Ultimate EFAs to be probably, if not the most important supplement for mom to give to their baby, certainly near the top of the list of most important supplements. Iodine is also important. Zinc is also important. But your Ultimate EFAs, if they're not at the top of the list, they're pretty darn close to the top of the list for supplements that moms should use for their babies. You can get your omega-3s in eggs and in dairy, as well as in the aforementioned seeds, also green leafy vegetables. But it's really, really smart to make sure that you're supplementing, because that way you're guaranteed how much EFAs you're getting. You know, when you take a food, even if it's a food that is, when you try to get your supplements from a food, even if it's a food that is notorious or is promoted as having a certain supplement, a certain vitamin, a certain mineral in it, you really don't know because of the way the soils are. You know, not all plants are grown in the same type of soil, so it may be that the soil that your plant is growing from happens to be deficient in certain nutrients, and that, of course, is going to show up in the plant or the food that you're eating. That's why supplementation is so darn important, and that's what we're all about at Youngevity and the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. If you have questions about supplementation or the Youngevity supplements or health challenges you or a loved one may be dealing with, we do have open lines for you. 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552. Toll free. We got lines open for you. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll take a quick break and come back with more good health information on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program right after this. Don't go away.
Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Youngevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Youngevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many ancient legacy oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. Keep Ancient Legacy's tea tree oil in your medicine chest for first aid. Tea tree oil is great for soothing the itching and stinging associated with insect bites, burns, scrapes, and other skin irritations. It's also effective as an antiseptic. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today.
Okay, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben, pinch hitting for Dr. Wallach today. Great to have you with us. Got open lines for you. If you've ever tried to get on board here, if you've ever tried to reach us and you've gotten a busy signal, we do have open lines at 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. Love talking to you. If you've got comments or success stories or questions about the longevity products or longevity business, we can help you if you have a health challenge that you or a loved one is dealing with. If you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, and 888-379-2552 toll free. I am Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, and I'll be sitting in for the next 45 minutes or so with my good friend and colleague Douglas Winfrey. Greetings, Doug.
Great to have you back on the show.
Thank you, sir.
I would say to those people, I get calls all the time where they say, I've been trying to get in every day for the last 3 weeks. I can't get through. Well, today is your day, as we do have some open lines. If you'd like to give us a call on the priority line at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. And, we often talk about probiotics and prebiotics and
good bacteria.
Good bacteria.
Yep.
And I've got a news article here from Natural News, headline, Stunning Scientific Discovery Finds That Gut Bacteria Control Your Brain Chemistry, Altering Moods, and More.
Nice.
This is researchers from the University of Exeter Medical School and the University of Zaragoza in Spain, and all published in the journal PLOS One. And they say, I've uncovered a new way that the community of microorganisms symbiotically living in human gut may contribute to helping regulate brain chemistry, according to this new study. They say human gut alone hosts approximately 100 trillion bacteria and other microbes and many different species, which are collectively known as the gut microbiome or microbiota. Studies have shown that the gut microbiome plays a key role in regulating everything from digestion and metabolism to immune function and even mood, but the mechanisms of this action remain largely a mystery. These microbiomes manipulate serotonin levels. Prior research had shown that a disrupted microbiome may contribute to the development of inflammatory disease, including inflammatory bowel disease such as Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. Research has also confirmed that people with IBD have a different gut microbiome composition than healthy people. In this current study, they focused on a protein known as TLR1 or TLR2, which is a key marker of the presence of certain microbes in the intestines. Studies have also suggested that the IBD may be triggered by a failure of the TLR2 to function correctly. Experiments conducted on the cell cultures in living mice, researchers found that the TLR2 actually helps regulate the levels of serotonin, known as a neurotransmitter that carries signals for the brain. Serotonin also plays a key role in regulating bowel function. So I thought that was pretty interesting stuff.
You know, there's more serotonin in your bowels than in any other part of your body. Way more, by the way, not just a little more. It's like 90% of it is in your gut. Most people think of serotonin as a brain chemical. It's interesting because serotonin is both a gut chemical and a brain chemical, just like you're talking about probiotics or good bacteria involve gut health as well as involve brain health. This whole idea of connecting the digestive tract to the brain is very important, and it's only been recognized for the last 10 or 15, maybe 20 years by mainstream medicine. Today, mainstream medicine sort of recognizes it, but alternative practitioners have been talking about the relationship of gut health to brain health for many years, of course. It turns out, Douglas, do you know that the gut bacteria, the bacteria that live in your gut, will actually command you to eat certain foods that they like, and you won't be able to stop eating them?
Really?
They'll actually signal to your brain to have the chocolate and the chips. They love potato chips. Exactly. And they love sugar. So one of the main reasons why, no matter how much willpower we have, it's so hard for us to get off of sugar or chips or something. There's a lot of reasons, actually. But one of the main reasons is because it's actually the gut bacteria that are telling us what to do. So in addition to affecting our mood, in addition to affecting our intelligence, in addition to affecting our immune system, of course, these gut bacteria also play a role in the food choices we make. You know, the second, like you said, Douglas, there's 100 trillion. First of all, 100 trillion is a ridiculous number. Do you know what a trillion is? Like one drop or one grain of sand in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That would be 1 to a trillion. It would take 1 trillion grains of sand to fill up an Olympic-sized swimming pool. But we have 100 trillion bacteria. How can that even be? That is a mind-blowing number. But we have another part of our body that has a lot of bacteria on it too. It's not just the gut. In fact, next to the gut, this other section of the body, this other organ of the body, is the most good bacteria-laden structure in the human biosystem. We'll talk about that when we come back from our break. It plays a major role in certain diseases. We'll talk about that when we come back. We do have lines open, 831-685-1080, 831-685-1080, or 888-379-2552, toll free. I am Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Doc Wallach. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Longevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Longevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Longevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hey, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Pharmacist Ben and Doug Winfrey sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. Got lines open, 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. If you've got questions about the longevity products, longevity business, anything we're speaking about here today. If you have a success story you'd love to share, we hear success stories all the time. It's great to share your success stories. You can inspire other people. If good nutrition, if Doc Wallach's ideas and the longevity supplements have helped change your life, share it. Help other folks. You can make a big difference just by sharing your story. It's one thing when we talk about it here on the radio, but it's another thing if somebody's actually experienced the really life-changing modifications that can happen when you start a nutritional supplement program like the one designed by Dr. Wallach. I'm talking weight loss. I'm talking getting off of your prescription drugs. I'm talking more energy. That's probably, to me, that's the best thing about getting on a nutritional supplement program when you haven't been on one, is you notice more energy. You can throw your grandkids up in the air and catch them. You can bound out of bed in the morning. This is all what's possible, folks. We're not supposed to. The human body is not supposed to be suffering with chronic, long-term, progressive illness because it's always a healing and regenerating system. It does need raw materials to do its work. The raw materials, the building blocks, we call the mighty 90 essential nutrients, all found in the Healthy Start Pack and all the fine longevity products. If you have questions or comments, 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552, toll free, and we do have open lines for you. So before we went to break, we were talking about the good bacteria that live in the gut. By now, you have to have been living under a rock not to know about good bacteria. You see commercials for them. Jamie Lee Curtis is talking about them. You've got people, folks endorsing them on television for things like diarrhea and constipation and nausea and discomfort, and it's all very true. Probiotics, good bacteria like you'll find in the Ultimate Nightly Essence, which is my all-time favorite probiotic supplement, are the foundation of good health. They're not part of the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients, but they help the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients work because they have improved digestion and absorption of nutrition out of the intestine. But there's another part of the body that is filled with these good bacteria, and they play a major role in certain health challenges that a lot of folks find to be intractable as well as unpleasant. Do you know what organ I'm talking about, Douglas?
I'm not sure.
The skin.
Oh, the largest organ in the body.
Exactly. The skin, the largest organ in the body, is loaded with these bacteria. And today it's being found more and more, we're starting to recognize that eczema has to do with bacteria, probiotic bacteria, not that live in the gut, but live on the skin. Same with psoriasis. Same with rosacea. Same with acne. And one of the biggest problems associated with these trillions of bacteria that live on the skin, and by the way, they don't just live on the skin, they go down into the lower levels of the skin, the so-called dermis, so they live throughout the skin. And one of the biggest issues that we have with these bacteria is we're all using things like antiseptic soaps, things like triclosan, which we've talked about on this program previously, which is an antibiotic that you put on your skin. These things can create bacterial resistance on the skin the same way internally ingested antibiotics can create resistance inside the body. They can also kill off the good bacteria and allow the bad bacteria to overgrow, which is why if you have a skin condition, you need to focus on bacteria, not just on the gut, but also in the gut, but also on the skin. If you have eczema, you have psoriasis, you have rosacea, you have any acne, take it easy on the soap and water. Although soap and water are certainly a lot better than triclosan, but taking it easy on hand washing and face washing, you need to have a little bacterial population on the skin, and too much washing and too much so-called cleanliness can actually be counterproductive. And of course, getting on your Ultimate Nightly Essence, using your Ultimate Enzymes, using your Fucoid Z, making sure you're practicing good digestive health strategies are also going to be important if you're dealing with these skin health challenges. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You are listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. Got lines open for you. We'll get your calls in our next segment. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552. Toll free. Don't go away. Got more good health information on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program coming at you right after this.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your longevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about longevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
All right, we're back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Got lines open for you at 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. Toll free if you tried to call us before and gotten the old busy signal. Now's the time to reach us at 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. I am Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. And you want to go to the calls? Or you want to do some more news stories, Douglas?
Let's go to some calls.
Okay, cool. 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. Toll free. Who's first in line, Doug?
Let's head to California. And Maggie, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Maggie.
Oh, hi, Pharmacist Ben. Thank you for taking my call. I was just wondering.
I love our polite listeners, too, by the way. You're always thanking us for taking your call. Thank you so much for thanking us. I appreciate that. All right, go ahead, Maggie. I'm teasing. What's going on?
Okay. So I've had RA for 12 years now, and I'm already on the 90 for Life joint and body pack.
Okay.
But I understand there is minocycline.
I don't like to go there with the minocycline because it's a drug, and I'm not a fan of the drugs. So yeah, there's bacteria that are involved, but I like working with nutrition much more than I like working with drugs. And RA is a miserable, miserable, miserable experience. Absolutely miserable. So let me ask you something. You sound like a smart lady, so I'm going to work with you here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Maggie. So. The major drug they give you for rheumatoid arthritis is called prednisone. You've probably been on that already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What does prednisone do? Do you know? Or what kind of drug it is? What it's classified as? An what's the second?
Anti-inflammatory.
Perfect. Bingo. You hit the nail on the head. So rheumatoid arthritis is treated by giving an anti-inflammatory. Anytime you have a health challenge that's treated by using an anti-inflammatory, what is that telling you about the health challenge? It's an inflammatory health challenge, right? And that's what rheumatoid arthritis is. So what is inflammation? Inflammation is the body's response to some kind of attack. The attack that's coming into the body when you have rheumatoid arthritis or any other health challenge that involves anti-inflammatory medication means that something's getting into the body inappropriately and the body is attacking that substance, and your joints, in your case, are collateral damage. The immune system is not supposed to attack itself. When you have an autoimmune disease, the organs that are being attacked are collateral damage. And usually, 9 times out of 10, that offending agent, the invader that is getting into the blood, triggering this inflammatory response, is coming in through food. And you can prove this to yourself by doing a Swero V cleanse for 2 or 3 days. where you just do Swero V. Swero V Cleanse, by the way, is half a bottle of Swero V every hour. It is awesome. If you're dealing with an autoimmune disease, it's a must. If you're dealing with any chronic long-term disease, it's a must, but it's also great for everybody to do a Swero V Cleanse, even just for a day. You don't need 2 or 3 days, but for you, I would be doing 2 or 3 days, Maggie. And what you'll notice is your RA symptoms will start to subside. That alone will, now you got to eat eventually, right? But this will just show you how powerful your eating behavior is when it comes to dealing with your inflammatory health challenge. By the way, rheuma, R-H-E-U-M-A, as in rheumatoid, you know what rheuma means? It's Latin for blood, which is telling you that your disease is in the blood. The blood gets toxic from the things we eat, unless you're injecting things, IV, if you're a drug abuser, or maybe smoking a lot of cigarettes, but it would take more than that. Most of the time, it's going to be food. So what you want to do is a Swero V Cleanse. Then you want to do a food diary where you write everything down that you eat and notice that when your inflammatory symptoms get worse, or notice when your digestive symptoms get worse, link those symptoms to foods and then eliminate those foods. That's called the elimination diet. Then there are wonderful nutritional supplements that you can use for RA or any inflammatory health challenge. Probably the most important, I hate to say the most important, but one of the most important are going to be your Ultimate Nightly Essence. Why? Because this is where the invaders are getting in through the so-called leaky gut. Using your Ultimate Nightly Essence can help rebalance the environment, the biochemical environment of the gut, and that's the first step. That's your first step in all autoimmune diseases, including rheumatoid arthritis. Got a few more things, Maggie, so don't go away, all right? Got a few more ideas for you. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey. You are listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, and we want to hear from you. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, or if you just have a comment or success story, 831-685-1080 is your priority line number, 888-379-2552. Toll free, got lines open for you, and we want to hear from you. We will return on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program right after this.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it, too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
Okay, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Pharmacist Ben and Doug Winfrey sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. We're talking to Maggie about rheumatoid arthritis, rheuma meaning blood or flow, rheuma as in river, and it refers to the circulatory system, and rheumatoid arthritis is a circulation problem. It's not a joint problem. It's a circulation problem. Of course, it does show up in the joints, as you know, Maggie, and it's absolutely miserable. I remember watching a movie in pharmacy school where they had it was a movie that was done in the 1940s where they had a gal who had rheumatoid arthritis, and she was walking it's at a medical convention, and she was walking up the aisle at the medical convention. All the doctors were looking at her, and she had this, just horrible, distorted body shape where she couldn't walk, and her shoulders were hunched over, and her fingers were all curled, and it was just absolutely terrible. It was almost painful to watch her trying to walk up the stage. And then they showed her the next day after she had taken some prednisone, and it was amazing. It was like a completely new woman. This woman not only could walk better, she actually was moving fast. And this is one day later, moving super fast, and she practically bounded up the stairs and got on the stage. And as soon as she got on the stage, all the doctors gave her a standing ovation, because this was the 1940s when they really had no cures. They had no treatment. They had no idea what to do about this horrible health condition. Prednisone was thus considered to be a miracle drug. Of course, today we know there's a price to be paid when you make a deal with the devil, and prednisone is definitely the devil. It's one of the most awful drugs anybody could take, even though in the short term it'll help. However, the major point is that prednisone is an anti-inflammatory. If you take an anti-inflammatory and you get better, by definition, your health challenge involves inflammation. Inflammation means attack. And so your job is to find out what that attacking agent is. It's almost always going to come from food. As I said before the break, you can prove this to yourself with a Suero V cleanse, and then follow it up with a food diary and an elimination diet, eliminating foods that make your digestive symptoms worse. And you got to have digestive symptoms to go with your rheumatoid arthritis, as with all autoimmune diseases. Then there's supplements. Before we went to break, we were talking about the Ultimate Nightly Essence, my all-time favorite probiotic supplement. The Ultimate Nightly Essence is not just a probiotic. It's also made with digestive enzymes, and particularly a very important digestive enzyme called nattokinase, which helps thin the blood. So that can also have a beneficial effect for people dealing with any kind of blood toxicity, such as rheumatoid arthritis. Then there are your essential fats. You want to be on the Ultimate EFAs, taking 9 of them a day, Maggie, or 12 even, if you can. And actually should be on the whole Healthy Start Pack. That will get you your Mighty 90 essential nutrients, but your Ultimate EFAs can be very helpful. Remember, they're the molecules of inflammation and anti-inflammation, and anytime you have any kind of inflammatory health challenge, you want to think about your Ultimate EFAs. I'd also be using the Fucoid Z, about 9 of those a day. Fucoid Z is a nice blood thinner. It helps improve circulation in rheumatoid arthritis. There's a sludgy blood component to that. And then last but not least, I would be also using my Ultimate Selenium and the time-release B vitamins. Those can also be helpful for rheumatoid and pretty much all autoimmune health challenges. So much you could do. Let me throw one more thing in. Don't forget your Ultimate Enzymes with your meals. And even Ultimate Enzymes taken on an empty stomach, because they can have anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties when you take them on an empty stomach. So take maybe a couple in the middle of the day and then take them with meals. Always swig down a little apple cider vinegar, maybe a tablespoon or 2 of apple cider vinegar to help activate those enzymes. That will help improve any digestive symptomology you might have. And don't be dissuaded, and don't be sad, and don't be bummed out or depressed or have any negative feelings if you're dealing with rheumatoid or you're dealing with an autoimmune disease. You can turn this thing around quickly. The fact that you've been dealing with this challenge for 12 years tells me all you got to do is change your strategy, and you'll get different results. And finally, to answer your question about minocycline, I know I've heard about minocycline. I'm a pharmacist, and I know too much about how the sausage is made to be blunt about it. And let me tell you, there are no good antibiotics that you ever want to take unless you have a full-blown infection, aside from the fact that you're going to be dealing with that whole issue of antibiotic resistance. And by the way, when they put you on minocycline, they leave you on it, which is a great way to make sure that you have you develop resistance. And of course, minocycline or any antibiotic is going to wreak havoc on your digestive tract. And if you understand that the digestive system is where the problem begins in the first place, now you take your minocycline, you can mess things up even worse. Even if you get some quick results, even if you get some short-term results, you're going to mess things up even worse. Thanks for your call, Maggie. I hope we helped you out.
Also, what Doc often recommends that before you go the route of the antibiotic, you try the killer biotic for a while.
That might be better, because
there's
no
be able to kill the bug without
resistance.
Yeah.
Exactly. The killer biotic. That's a very good point, actually, Doug. The killer biotic has got antibiotic properties, but you don't get the antibiotic resistance. Nicely formulated product, I have to say. All right, who do we have next in line, Doug?
All right, let's head to Kentucky. And Penny, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hello, Penny.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, what's going on, my dear?
Well, I've been doing the 90 for Life now since last November.
Okay.
And I was more or less gluten-free until February and still not seeing great results. Talked to somebody, called in and talked to a lady, and she said I had to be absolute. So I've been absolutely gluten-free now since February.
Okay.
Getting some good results.
Here's
but
some...
I've noticed one thing.
You are getting good... Hang on, ma'am. I'm sorry, Penny. Did you say you are getting good results?
I'm getting some results.
Okay, good.
It's not as much as I was hoping for, but I figure I'd give it time.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyhow, the one thing I had noticed, I use the powder, that you mix up with water and you drink that.
Which one? You're talking about Beyond Tangy Tangerine?
Yeah, Beyond Tangy Tangerine and Osteo Effects powders.
Nice.
I use those at bedtime.
Okay.
And in the morning, because I'm in a hurry, I use the on-the-go packs, which are the little packs of pills.
You just cut out there, Penny. You just cut out a little bit. Say that again.
In the morning, since I'm in a hurry, I use the on-the-go packs, which are the little packs of pills.
Okay.
Okay. When I use the packs of pills, not a problem. When I use the liquid powder that I mix up and drink it, it gives me diarrhea.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure what the difference between the packs of pills and you're talking about the Osteo FX or the Beyond Tangy Tangerine?
Both. I use the Osteo FX and Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I just mix it all up together in a glass and drink it. And
you're
when I'm taking that,
you're going to want to
diarrhea.
Yeah, you're going to want to isolate which one is causing the problem. But I would guess that it's the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And we hear this periodically about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. That is, people will do their couple of scoops or 3 scoops or whatever it is, and they'll cramp or they'll bloat or they'll have some diarrhea. That is a sign that your body is not used to that much nutrition all at once. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine gives you a big hit of minerals and a big hit of vitamins. Yeah. And if you don't have the enzymes and the digestive chemistry that's set up to absorb those things, and many of us don't, especially as we get older, they're going to run right through you, and that's where you end up with the cramping and the diarrhea. So it could possibly be the osteo, but I'm guessing it's the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Here's how you handle this. First of all, you work on the digestive system, first and foremost. If you have any digestive health...
I'm taking the ultimate enzymes every time.
Well, hang on. Let me finish, sweetheart. Let me finish, Penny, okay? Let me just finish this up real quick. So you want to work on the digestive system by eliminating problem foods and by getting on the nightly essence. Yes, the enzymes are very, very important. You also mentioned something about gluten, and here's the thing about gluten. Gluten is just one of a zillion compounds that are in plants. So if you're gluten-free and you're still not noticing the kind of results you want, or if you're gluten-free and you've improved a little bit but not a lot, or you're not noticing results, try doing what the way I explained it to our previous caller, Maggie. Try doing the food diary and the elimination diet, because it could be other things. For example, there's not much gluten in corn, but still people have problems with corn. There's not much gluten in oats, and still people have problems with oats. So you can still have problems. You can have problems with quinoa. You can have problems with tomatoes. You can have problems with asparagus. You can have problems with anything, really, which is why gluten-free is definitely smart, because most people will have a problem with gluten, but there's more to it than that. And if you're not noticing the results that you like, do the food diary and the elimination diet, where you write everything down and then eliminate foods that are causing a problem for you. And then focus on digestive health. That really is the most important piece of the puzzle, the way I look at it. In addition to the enzymes, it's great you're taking those. Stay on the use some apple cider vinegar with the ultimate enzymes. Stay on the enzymes, but use some apple cider vinegar with those. Get on the nightly essence. A couple of supplements that most people don't think of for the digestive system but are important for digestive health are the Fucoid Z and also the glucogel caps. Glucogel caps are fabulously important for digestive health, and we don't really talk about it a lot. That's because the glucogel caps not only have connective tissue building substances, but also they have gelatin in there, which is very, very important for digestive health. So glucogel caps, Fucoid Z, as well as the Ultimate Nightly Essence and the Ultimate Enzymes, Swear Will Be Cleansed, Food Diary, and Elimination Diet. Thanks so much for your call, Penny. Hope we helped you out. Got to take a break, and we will be back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program on the ZBS Radio Network. Got lines open 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. We'll be back after this.
Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Longevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat Dark Chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat Chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Okay, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Pharmacist Ben and Doug Winfrey here, sitting in for Doc. And you and your phone calls got lines open, 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552, toll free. We're talking to Maggie. Maggie, you're there, ma'am? Did we lose Maggie? Oh, I'm sorry, Penny. I'm sorry. Penny, are you there? Penny.
Yeah, are you still talking to me? Hello?
I'm talking to you, Penny. I just want to make sure we answered your question. If you have anything else that you want.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm already taking glucogels. I'm taking like 5 of them 3 times a day.
Stay on them. Stay on them. Well, are you doing the ultimate enzymes on an empty stomach? Ma'am? Try some. In addition to taking them with food, take them on an empty stomach. And then
I take them before I eat.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. But take them in the middle of the day when you don't have any food in your stomach, and then the enzymes will get redirected from your digestive system to inflammation. And they can have anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties. And then don't forget the Fucoid Z. Yeah, that's interesting, huh? Don't forget the Fucoid Z either. The Fucoid Z is a blood purifier. The Fucoid Z is amazing. That's just an amazing product. It has got so many benefits, it's hard to keep track of them all. But I don't say most importantly, but one of the most important is its blood purifying effects. And then, of course, that's going to help you with all health challenges if there's toxicity getting into the blood through the digestive system. We all have a degree of this condition. It's technically known as intestinal permeability syndrome, but more colloquially it's known as leaky gut syndrome. Either way, it has to do with toxins that are literally getting into the blood through the intestine. Once those toxins get into the blood, the body mounts an immune attack that is a defensive attack against those toxins, and you end up with blobs of toxicity and immune cells floating around in your blood. Scientists call these blobs. That's literally what they are, blobs of immune cells, just like pus. They're blobs of pus and food, and they float around in your bloodstream. They're technically called circulating immune complexes, or CICs, and there is no such thing as a long-term progressive degenerative autoimmune condition without these CICs. That is, the relationship between leaky gut, that is intestinal permeability, and diseases is definitive and clear and convincing. And anybody who studies these things, even for a little bit, cannot deny the fact that leaky gut syndrome is behind a lot of what we deal with as health challenges. Now, gluten is a big problem. Make no mistake about it. And as we were talking about during the break, Doug and myself, we were talking about how wheat today has more gluten than wheat did previously. How much did you say, Doug? 50 times more gluten?
That's what a doctor told a friend of mine. He went in to he was starting to feel kind of anemic, and he's an athlete. He does these Ironman races and things, and his times were off and things. And so he went in and found out he was anemic, and within the blood test, they found out that he has celiac. And his doctor informed him that he said the wheat you grew up eating had about 50 times less gluten in it than the wheat of today.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you know what else? There's also the pesticides, the glyphosate. You got these genetically modified grains, genetically modified crops, and they're genetically modified so they can get sprayed with more pesticides, like glyphosate. Well, guess what happens when you eat a pesticide-laden grain? The pesticides kill your gut bacteria, and they wreak havoc on your gut. And this has, nobody can tell me that this is not behind our epidemic of not just gluten intolerance, but also of autoimmune diseases and chronic long-term health challenges. The good news is we can do something about it. The good news is nobody has to be condemned to their disease state. Nobody has to be on a medicine for the rest of their life to take care of a progressive illness that isn't getting better. Get on a good nutritional supplement program like the one designed by Dr. Wallach. Start to practice logical ideas about how to take care of the body, things that make sense, such as eating less food, calorie restriction, intermittent fasting, breathing, exercising, resting, relaxation. All of these are the simple little things that we can do. And it's one thing if you're just doing these things if you want to improve your longevity or if you're healthy and you want to stay that way, but they can be an absolute godsend, an absolute literal lifesaver if you're dealing with a long-term chronic degenerative disease. And this is what Youngevity is all about. This is what we are about as a company, and this is what all the distributors at Youngevity are about as well. If you are the kind of person that loves the idea that we can be healthy using nutrition, that we can be healthy using lifestyle modification, that we can be healthy without the medical model and doctor, and you're an entrepreneur and you like the business model of using nutritional supplements in your business practice, Youngevity's for you. Check it out. Go to Youngevity.com, talk to your distributor, listen to this radio program. We're on every day. Dr. Wallach is on every day, and participate. Join us in our Youngevity mission to help change the world using nutritional supplementation. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben for Doug Winfrey, for Doc Wallach, all the folks at the ZBS Radio Network. Have yourselves a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.